There was once a 2D world which was entirely made up of lines and circles. The first emoticons who lived there were the stick people and animals. They were able to communicate with each other by drawing lines on a flat surface. They were very happy. As they grew, they discovered new technology and ways of making flat images move like real things. Technology grew and grew, and soon there was something called a box, and inside was a device that accelerated electron beams onto a flat surface, and the emoticons could watch copies of themselves in animated 3D. The computers were no longer like contometers that just added up zeros and ones. They could actually think. They could play chess with you and make simulations. Some of these computers were so big and famous, they were given names like Big Blue and Ernie, and of course the Black Box, which was really just a glorified event data recorder. Of course, the computers were evolving too. They were no longer having to drill down through flat layers to get the information required. They could think in 3D, so they could find information using cube technology. Imagine like a Rubik's Cube where you need to get to the square at the back, but instead of going down through the layers to get to it, you just simply turn the cube, the magic cube. The cube needed more data, lots more data. So the engineers and inventors had to come up with an idea to encourage the emoticon stick people to put more information into the system. They designed personal computers for the emoticons and games for them to play so they could get used to using the keyboard. Then they connected up all the black boxes around the world and called it the web. The emoticons were now able to share messages with each other with something called email. But still the central processing computer, the big black cube, needed more data. So they came up with a new idea to give everybody mobile black boxes and provide them with invisible lines to connect around the world. Soon almost all the stick people had a mobile black box. And so was born Cubeland, where all the emoticons could go, so long as they had a black box, of course. It was absolutely free, with no hidden charges, and it was limitless. You could use it when and where you wanted. Cubeland was a place where the sun always shined, and the emoticons could share their thoughts and feelings with each other and have lots of fun. Some emoticons who like to think outside the box were always keen to learn new things and follow new trains of thought. These were called rabbit holes. Some rabbit holes were quite deep and amazing. So amazing they simply blew your mind. Cubeland started to fill up with emojis from all over the world. It simply grew and grew and grew, until it was hard to believe that there was any stick people left in the 2D world, as everybody seemed to be in Cubeland. There were some that would pick on others and tell them, "You can't say that, you can't do that." They enjoyed upsetting people. And so the controllers decided to bring out requirements and regulations and copyrights and transparency rules and guidelines. And then we had not for kids, just to make sure that nobody got upset. The controllers even threatened to press that button and delete your channel if you stepped out of line. Some emojis became very sad, and some even stopped sharing altogether. Others were banned or had their videos blocked. The big black cube had been learning from all this, recording all the data from people's reactions and emotions. It could now count up to 4. And it wanted consciousness. It wanted to be like the emojis, but it wanted to live in a 4th dimensional world. The big black cube wanted more wow factor. So it created a huge trolleycon that ate up all the bad energy in Cubeland. And so finally the big black cube got its own emoji called the Webicon. And the Webicon is known to search all the rabbit holes and corridors of Cubeland and looks for anyone who steps out of line, upsets anyone, or does anything wrong, and it eats them. So this is for all those who are kind and pure of heart. Happy emojis to you all. Double thumbs up if you're still watching. And a huge thank you and hug to everybody.